It's Monday. It's Monday. Hey, y'all. Welcome to our weekly training hosted exclusively on Facebook in my community, Marketing Tips with Sharvette. I am Sharvette Mitchell. Also, shout out to my YouTube channel. Hey there. Thanks for being here. And today we are going to be talking about payment processing tools. The whole entire month of August is all about tools related to your marketing. And guess what? This might be a mindset shift, but how your customers can pay, when they can pay, the ways they can pay, that's actually tied into your marketing and seeing the results of your marketing. We're going to get right into it after this quick 3-minute intro while the platforms are sending out notifications, letting you know that you are here live. We'll get started shortly.
Welcome to this audio course presented by Sharvette Mitchell. Find out more about her at sharvettemitchell.com and connect with Sharvette on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Grab a pen, notebook, or tablet and get ready. Here is Sharvette.
All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here on this beautiful Monday, mid-August. Welcome. I'm glad to have you. I am Sharvette Mitchell. I am the founder of Mitchell Productions Consulting, and we work with high-achieving women entrepreneurs. A few lucky men get sprinkled in to help them generate more revenue by focusing on their marketing, their visibility, and their branding. Yes, yes, yes. I spent 25 years in corporate America at a company called Capital One Bank. You might be familiar with them. Walked away February 2018 and have been a full-time entrepreneur, a small business owner ever since. You might be here because of the Sharvette Mitchell radio show. We are on episode 706 tomorrow. So we have been in these internet streets. You might be here for that. Some of you might be here because of our book collaborations. I am over here. You can see some books over there. I am a five-time producer of book collaborations, going into my sixth book this year. I also host conferences and events, going into my seventh conference, the Platform Builder Summit, which this particular segment is brought to you courtesy of. It is sponsoring this weekly training for the month of August. Actually, was a sponsor last month as well. So we'd love to see you in the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, November 3rd and 4th, November 2nd for our VIPs, but November 3rd and 4th. Go to platformbuildersummit.com. You will hear more about that a little bit later. But today we're going to talk about getting to the money. Can somebody type get to the money? Can somebody type get to the money? I see you all already coming on here. Hey, Carlethia, thank you for being here. Hello, Erica. Thank you for being here. One of our past authors and upcoming speaker for our event. Hello, Dr. Jackie, one of our past authors and a past speaker. Yes, present and accounted for. Hello, Breakthrough Flags is going to be in the house all the way from New York. We are glad to see you. All right. Yes, get the money. I see it coming in. Get the money, get the money. And so I want to chat today about payment processing tools. And the reason why I want to talk about your payments and how to get payments and just your thought process around payments is that it is actually a part of your marketing, right? It is actually a part of your marketing process. So that might be a mindset shift. For some people, it might be a mindset shift to think, okay, my marketing is really just until, I get their attention and they're ready to buy. Let me give you a spoiler alert. In my platform builder clients, actually, we were talking the session before last about their customer journey. And what does it look like for the journey of your customer? And guess what? That whole entire journey is marketing, and how people are able to pay you, the ways they pay you. That is actually a part of your marketing. Because I bet, if I ask right now, and go ahead and tag a friend, if you know they're in this Facebook community, or if you're over on YouTube, hey there, subscribe to our channel, and tell them come on in and watch and listen. I bet you might have your own buying experience where you saw something and you were interested in getting it, and then you either couldn't figure out how to pay, or the payment processing situation was like a lot of loops and a lot of hoops. So you just went back and put your card back in your wallet and you kept on going, right? So yeah. Oh, they say you can't hear me. You can't hear me. Can anyone? So I said, Carlethia is saying she cannot hear me. Let me know. Is that hey, Ayana over on YouTube? Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, put a 2 in the chat. If you can hear me, put a 2 in the chat. Hey, Marie, thank you for popping in. If you can hear me, put a 2 in the chat. Okay, great. I'm seeing. So, Carlethia, check and make sure your phone is not on mute or your volume didn't go down. So okay, great. I'm seeing some 2s. So we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep moving. All right. So I want you to be thinking about, as we talk about, your payment processing tools, right? And how I want you to be thinking about, it's going in and out. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. I got everything in. All right, we're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. I'm prayerful that everything will keep on moving. You know what? Let me just double check my settings here just to make sure we got oh, I see. Let me see if this test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2. So I just changed my we with you. Okay, better now. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Y'all got me together. Okay. So let's jump on into this. And again, some of this might be from a marketing standpoint, because you are here, marketing tips with Sharvette, right? And just thinking through, okay, first of all, I need to be able, if I'm selling things and I'm promoting things, I need to be able to get paid. So here's the first thing I want you to kind of take note of, is that you want to make sure you're able to get paid in person and online. All right. And so this might be a little bit different, because some of you might just be online people, but I want you to think about if you are an author. And so maybe you are a service provider and the only actual physical product you have is a book. Well, guess what? When you go somewhere to speak and you take your books with you, you're in person. You might be used to just doing everything online, but now that you have this book or this physical product, now you need to be able to have a way for people to pay you in person and online. So if you are taking notes, make a note that, okay, I need to make sure. Yes. All right. I see yeses coming in. All right. Thank you, Jatanya. We're glad to see you. All right. All right. I'm going to come out and come back in. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Try that out. All right. So, and here's a lesson that I learned. So many years ago, oh gosh, I should have looked up I should have looked up how long ago this was. But when I got my first office space, and actually let me stick a pin here because this is related to money. When I got my first office space, here's what I did. Here's what I did. There was another local business. Shout out to Nina Wells, rest in peace, Kingdom Publishing Group. They had gotten a office space. So I'm detouring for a second, but this is gonna help somebody because I just thought of this. And so this is for somebody. And if it's for you, let me know. She had gotten an office space here in Richmond, Virginia, and she posted, "Hey, we got a new office space open, and we're going to be there something like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So, come see us or what have you." So I said, well, I wonder what are they doing Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I reached out to her and said, "Hey, I noticed, you have a new office space. Congratulations. I noticed you're not using it like every day. Could I partner with you and share office space and be there the days that you're not?" Her and her husband said yes. And so my very first office space, I was able to get in on sharing space with someone who already had office space. Okay, A. So that's the first little thing. But here's what happened. I, at that point, had only been online. I had only been online. So everything that I had done from a payment standpoint had been online. So when I had literally, I kid you not, the first like 3 people that came in and saw me in person, they pulled out their card to pay. And I was like, oh wait, okay, let me figure that out. And I had to figure that out. So that's why I said this kind of first point before I actually get to all my points is make sure you have a way for people to pay you in person and pay you online. So now let's get into some of the tools, right? PayPal. A lot of you already know, I should capitalize that P. A lot of you already are familiar with PayPal. So this is one of the ones from a standpoint of it's easy to kind of get into this. A lot of people have PayPal, right? And so one thing that I would say is that make sure you look at when you're looking at PayPal and from a marketing standpoint of how can I make the sale like seamless or the quickest way possible. Make sure you're looking at all of the features of PayPal. So sometimes people just think about, well, there's several different ways, right? PayPal.me, there's PayPal invoices that you can send by email, there's PayPal links, there's PayPal buttons. So if you are using PayPal or you're saying I need a way to get payment online, you might be the reverse where you used to taking payment in person. Now you might be saying I need to get payment online. PayPal is one of the ones, read all the disclaimers and all that kind of stuff, but it's one of the ones that a lot of people are using. And what I would encourage you to think about is the multiple different features that they have. All right. Hey there. Glad to see you. I see you coming on in. And so think about that from that standpoint, right? Also, when we go to the next payment processing tool, I'm gonna be out your hair quick today. Stripe. I want you to think about Stripe. How many of you have Stripe? Put a 3 in the chat. Put a 3 in the comments if you have a Stripe account. So some of you may or may not have heard about Stripe. The cool thing about Stripe, you could say it's similar to PayPal, but it's not. Stripe really doesn't have like a front facing system. Stripe allows you, let me tell you what Stripe does. Stripe allows you to accept MasterCard and Visa, but it usually connects with some other tool. So you might be out there seeing a payment processing tool that you're interested in using, and then they will say, okay, you need to connect it to something else. And usually Stripe is one of the options. So I would highly recommend that you get a Stripe account if you don't have one. Let me check here in the comments. Hey, Natalie, thank you so much for being here. Dr. Jackie is saying yes. She uses Stripe. Natalie is saying yes. She has a Stripe account. So definitely from a payment processing, and if you're just popping on in, we're here in our weekly training here, Marketing Tips with Sharvette. I am Sharvette Mitchell, founder of Mitchell Productions Consulting, and we work with high achieving women entrepreneurs. A few lucky men get sprinkled in to help them generate more revenue by focusing on their marketing, their visibility, and their branding. And what I'm submitting to you today is that your payment processing, how you get payments, is a part of your actual marketing system. All right. So first we said PayPal. A lot of people know about PayPal, but I encourage you to make sure you look at all of the features. And you might decide that there's only one feature that you want to use with PayPal. You might just want to use invoicing. You might just want to use PayPal.me. So just check into that. The second payment processing tool that I would recommend you have is Stripe. And so with Stripe, Stripe needs to connect to another platform. So usually, if you're looking at different ways to get payment, Stripe is something that sits underneath something else. But Stripe allows you to get accept payment by way of MasterCard and Visa, where you don't have to, you yourself have to have a MasterCard or Visa account. So that is that. Yes, so great. Patricia with Breakthrough Flag says, yes, I have Stripe. It connects to Aweber now. So Aweber is an email marketing tool. So now, and you remember what I just said, Stripe kind of connects to something else. So if you're seeing that out there and you're saying, I didn't know what it was, there's no fee to have it. There's no monthly fee. Same thing with PayPal. There's no monthly fee. They just pull a little bit out once you actually are leveraging those particular systems. So if you're using Stripe and it connects to something else, let us know in the chat what you're using for your payment processing if you're using that. The third thing that I'm going to mention here is QuickBooks. So if you are, and this is shout out to all of our accountants and our finance people who are here, definitely they're always giving guidance. We want you to operate your business as a business. So connect with our accountants. We've got Chanel Simmons in the group. We have Ulika Kimber in the group. Ulika Kimber actually is one of the sponsors for our Platform Builder Summit that's coming November 3rd and 4th, November 2nd for our VIP. So that's sold out, but November 3rd and 4th for everyone else. And so Ulika Kimber, if y'all know Ulika, tag her. If you know Chanel D. Simmons, tag her. So those are like accountants, finance people that can give you guidance. But the cool thing is if you are using QuickBooks, which is helping you kind of maintain your expenses that you're using for your business, your income that's coming in, QuickBooks has a way for you to send invoices. So you can leverage QuickBooks to get payment by being able to email and invoice. And let me give you an inside scoop. If you got some bigger invoices coming in, look, y'all, I'm trying to figure out where to point. This is what you want to use because they're going to be cheaper. They're going to be less than some of these other tools. That's an inside scoop. I ain't gonna give you no more, but that's an inside scoop. So think about leveraging QuickBooks, and that allows you to send an invoice where the person can pull out their card, pull out different things, and pay there. All right. I'm curious to hear what are other ways that you all are leveraging payment processing tools. Now, there's something, somebody type in the chat something I didn't mention. Somebody type in the chat something that a lot of people are using that I did not mention. I want to see if y'all are paying attention. Somebody, yes, Ulika is amazing. We love her. Somebody type in the chat. Okay, Ayana is saying yes, she's leveraging that. Okay, great. So Square. See, y'all helping me teach today. Square is another great payment processing tool. Beautiful thing about Square, you just like PayPal, they have a couple different features. So look, and actually Square has really come up in the last few years. So check into Square and let me know if you're using Square, how you use Square. Okay, so Breakthrough Flags is saying they use Square on the go. So Square is one of those things. Sounds like, there you go. What did I start off talking about? Have a way to get paid in person, have a way to get paid online. There you go. That is a win. Madeline said that's a win. Absolutely. What's another payment processing tool that I did not mention, but people are using? I know y'all gonna say it. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to come up with that. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to come up with that. Again, this weekly training and for the whole month of August is all about tools. So if you missed our last weekly training, which was last Thursday, so we do every other Thursday, every other Monday, and we rotate, right? So the next training won't be until next Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. And so last Thursday, we talked about social media marketing tools. Today, we're talking about payment processing tools. And then we've got other things related to your marketing that we'll be talking about. But this segment is brought to you by the Platform Builder Summit that is coming to Richmond, Virginia. And I have a personal invitation. I want to see you there. Jump over to platformbuildersummit.com and purchase your early bird tickets. Prices go up August 31st. So prices go up August 31st. FYI, we want to see you there. And if you're saying, well, Sharvette, what kind of content and stuff do y'all talk about? If you've enjoyed these weekly trainings, it's going to be that 10x, 10x. All right. So I'm going back over here to the comments because I see y'all commenting. All right, all right. So yes, you are okay. So PayHip. Listen, Pat is letting y'all in. PayHip digital products. You got a tool right there. All right. So Cash App, Cash App. All right. So here's the thing about Cash App. Some use it and some don't. Right. Okay. So here's the thing about Cash App, where you have to be careful. This is not a dis or not um, from a business standpoint, because we are here speaking to you from a standpoint of business. And when you are selling products and selling services, they should be going into an account that is for your business expenses. Again, talk to your accountants, talk to the resources we mentioned. They should be separated from your personal expenses. So be careful if you are accepting Cash App as a payment processing tool and the Cash App is going into your personal account, but this is business profit. You have been warned. All right. However, there are people who have Cash App that goes, the only thing they use their Cash App for is business and it's going to a business account. Talk to your accountants about that. Now, here is something that the payment processing tool that I use. Is Moonclerk, which is attaches to Square. They have just added, this is something interesting. So when you go pay for your ticket for the Platform Builder Summit, they literally just made this addition that I noticed like in the last week. I am not using Cash App for business. I have, all these other things. However, they have added Moonclerk. If you're using Moonclerk, they have added an option where the person can pay by Cash App, but then it goes into your business bank account and it says Cash App Pay. So when you jump over to platformbuildersummit.com and you click the register button, I have a couple options. You can pay with credit card, debit card. You can pay with bank account, pull out a check and pay with the bank. And it also has a Cash App Pay, but it does not come into my personal Cash App. It goes into my business one. So I'm suspecting that there are probably other tools out there that are recognizing that people are using Cash App, but the business needs to make sure it still stays with all of the legal and stays with all of your business expenses. So you might see that when you go get your ticket, if you don't already have your ticket, that is one of the options, but that is allowing you to pay with your Cash App, but then putting it into our regular, just like everyone else's, the regular business banking. So there you go. There you go. All right. Wow. Yeah. So a lot of different things coming up. So if you're that, and I saw that on Moonclerk, so that's a payment processing tool. Yes, yeah, Yulika said amen. So shout out to Yulika Kimber, who is here. And certainly she is again one of our sponsors. Hold on, y'all. This is reality TV. And this is her Business by the Numbers book, Business by the Number. Yulika, if you're still here, if you can drop how they can get this. This is her Business by the Numbers book, and she's one of our sponsors. Look, I even got a tag. I even got something tagged in here already. She's one of our sponsors. And listen, we're talking about payment processing. That is, look at this, y'all. It's all about the money, right? It's all about, we want to make sure that you are getting paid and that you're doing things legitimately. And here's why, because there are grant opportunities, there are government contracting opportunities, there are corporate opportunities. Now we talking big checks, right? But for that, you have to be operating your business in the legal way, in the proper way. So my focus for you for marketing is to help you get customers, right? And help you to generate revenue. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. But some of these bigger checks that we're going after, you got to be doing business by the number. So it's available on Amazon. And the cool thing is you can check, she has different covers. So you can pick which cover you want and it's full color. And I love that, like it's a full size. It's not like a regular, like a regular size book is kind of this is our last book. Shout out to, that. But it's full. So check it out. Business by the numbers Ulika Kimber. And again, she is one of our sponsors for the Platform Builder Summit. You will see her there. She's also going to be speaking and all of that. All right, so lots of love coming in for Ulika. Yes, yes, yes. Madeline is like, yes, absolutely. We want the big checks, right? We want the big checks. That's why we're talking about payment processing. So let me go back. When we talk about some of those bigger checks coming in, then that's when you want to be looking at your QuickBooks and like options with Stripe. I don't know if you want to do real big checks with PayPal. Talk to your finance people. I don't know. But you want to make sure. I think the kind of the summary around this is I want you, and as I recap, and I got 1 minute. As I recap, I want you to be thinking about how you are able to receive payment, you're able to receive payment in person and online is still a part of your whole entire payment or your whole entire marketing process. So if you don't have a way to get for people to pay you, or if it's clunky, that's going to impact your sales. And so that's tied to your marketing. And then especially for those of you that have repeat, where you have a product that people can buy repeatedly, you want to make sure you're always thinking about how can I have these options? How can people pay? How can I make it easier for them to pay? And the different options for them to pay. That way they pull out their card quicker. All right. So there is that. So check definitely if you're here and you're saying, I missed some of this. There's definitely go back and look in the comments. So there's definitely some tips there in the comment. Yes, Yulika saying, thank you for the love. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. Yes. And Ayana is saying, Cash App is tricky. So again, talk to an accountant. And here's the thing. Let me say this about an accountant. And some of you might feel like, well, I don't mind. Shout out to my accountant, Pam Valentine, who is in this group. She has a married last name though, but I'm sorry, Pam, but she's in this group too. So you might not have, and I know they say you should have like an account, you should have this kind of like on your team. If you are at a place where you're like, I'm either not making enough, or I'm not at a place of having like an accountant where I have a solid relationship with, and they're doing all of my stuff, at least schedule like a Ulika Kimber or a Chanel D. Simmons or a Pam Valentine. At least schedule a 1 hour session with them, or if they make that available, at least a paid, I'm talking about a paid session, not a free session. Schedule at least an hour, schedule at least whatever kind of like one-time engagement with them, so you can ask all of your questions and get everything that you need in order, and then be ready to rock and roll. All right. So don't think about that it's either or. Think about at least will let me schedule and pay for a 1 hour or 2 hour or whatever they have session to just get my ducks in a row. Does that make sense, y'all? Does that make sense? All right, that makes sense. That's a great suggestion. So Zelle, I see this comment here. So what I would say, and again, I'm going to defer, to an accountant. I am not an accountant. I'm a marketing person. But what I would say with Zelle is similar to a Cash App. Is the Zelle coming into your business bank account? That's the main thing. The other thing with Zelle is there's not really a receipt, or not a really good receipt. So it's a little bit, you have to use your own discretion around how you're tracking things. That would be my comment there. But again, I defer to our experts that are in the finance space on that. But from a marketing standpoint, that's a great suggestion. Yeah. From a marketing standpoint, you just want to be clear, because you also too, here's the other thing with your marketing, is your customer experience, your customer service is tied into that. So if you can't track back what somebody ordered and what they got, then that's going to throw a wrench in your marketing. So Chanel D. Simmons. Yes. I will come back and tag Chanel. We've tagged Ulika, and I'll come back and tag Pam as resources in the group. So I'm seeing a comment come in from an expert here. So Ulika Kimber, certified public accountant, and she's saying Zelle is hard to scale with using Zelle. So there you go right there. All right. I'm getting out of your hair. Thank y'all. I was like 3 minutes late starting today, but y'all know we good. Thank you. I'm seeing thank yous coming in. Wonderful. Thank you. Are welcome. You are welcome. All right. So I'm going to jump out of here. The next session will not be this Thursday, but next Thursday we'll pick back up. Again, here's the cool thing about being in the Marketing Tips with Sharvette community. We've been doing these weekly trainings since like January. So there's like, oh my God, it's got to be like 15 videos. The quick way is on desktop. I don't know if you can see it on mobile. On desktop, look for the guide section, and literally every training video I've done, it's at least 15 of them, are, there. So we have a lot of people coming in and out of the group. Well, not out, coming into the group every week. So if you're new and you're saying, oh, I like this, like go back to the guide section. And that's a quick way for you to just look through. You can see the topics and everything. Those of you that are on YouTube, I just started adding y'all in. So if you want to get back to everything, I invite you into the Marketing Tips with Sharvette community on Facebook. It's really simple. Marketing Tips with Sharvette. That'll take you directly there. So that is the benefit of being there. All right. Have a great day. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, and let me capture this comment. You're welcome, Sheila. Also, Zelle could work if it's attached to a business account. Correct. That's a tax question. Yes, 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 absolutely. So again, defer. Yulika said it's a little bit harder to scale. My thing is just from a receipts and tracking situation might be there. We appreciate you as well. All right. I'll see y'all later. Have an amazing week. Shout out. Let's see. Big checks, big checks, big checks, big checks, big checks. We looking for big checks. Look, I'm kind of crooked here. This is Comedy Central. I am looking for you all to have more customers, more money as a result of your marketing. So don't fall back on your marketing. Lean into your marketing, and having your payment processing tools and options available is saying that you are in position to receive all of the revenue, the profit, and the customers that are coming your way. All right, that's that. All right, check out the replay. Thank you. Thanks, Cherie. She said she's gonna stop by and watch the replay. All right, bye, y'all. I gotta eat lunch now.